Good morning, students. In our previous lesson, we already studied about this expression W is equal to minus P external delta V. This is an expression for the work done for isothermal irreversible expansion of the gas. We have already studied about this. Today we have to concentrate on concept of maximum work. See here, this is the expression of maximum work. W max is equal to minus 2.303 nRT log base 10 P1 upon P2, or you can write here V2 upon V1. So we have to derive this equation. See here what I have written. Opposing force P external. That means consider this is a cylinder and the gas is enclosed in this cylinder. Then the pressure acting on the gas is P and this is the piston. So the pressure acting surrounding the piston, it is P external. So this is the pressure acting on the piston and P external, that is the opposing force. This is P, pressure P, that is the driving force. So opposing force P external must be infinitesimally smaller than the driving force P for the work to be maximum, and this is required for the process to be reversible. Okay? See here, this is a cylinder. These are 4 cylinders. Now in this cylinder, gas is enclosed and pressure P is acting on the gas. This is a piston and some weight is kept on the piston. Now when the pressure P acting on the gas and P external, they are equal. If you remove the weight from the piston, what will happen? The pressure surrounding the piston, it is reduced infinitesimally than the pressure acting on the gas. So the piston moves in the upward direction. So this will be the reaction, that this distance the gas molecules will travel in the upward direction, and this is the reduced weight. So there is reduction in the pressure. Pressure is reduced by an infinitesimal amount, means by a very small amount, so that if the pressure, again you can come back to the reverse process and watch here, so that the pressure is reduced to a very small amount, the change is reversible. That means if you keep the pressure, if you keep the weight on the piston, again the piston will move in the downward direction. P external becomes greater than the P. Here we have removed the pressure, removed the weight, and therefore the pressure is reduced by an infinitesimal amount. Gas molecules travel a very short distance, so there is a change in volume to a very small extent, and we say that expansion of the gas takes place. In all these cases, see here, again if you remove the weight, the pressure is reduced to a very small extent. Again the gas molecules will travel a very short distance, so that there will be a very small change in volume, and the piston will move in the upward direction. Again the volume of the gas changes to a very small extent. Again you can notice that if you remove the weight on the piston, the pressure on the piston is reduced. This is the P external acting on the piston is reduced by an infinitesimal amount. P external becomes less by an infinitesimal amount than the pressure P on the gas, so that the gas molecules again travel in the upward direction to a very short distance and the expansion of gas takes place. This process you can imagine in the reverse manner also. That means if you keep some weight on the piston, then the pressure acting on the gas, it becomes slightly less than the P external. Piston will move in the downward direction compared to this cylinder. Again in the reverse manner, if you keep weight on the piston, then the P external, it becomes slightly greater than the pressure acting on the gas, or pressure acting on the gas, it becomes slightly less than the P external, and compression of the gas takes place. That means piston moves in the downward direction. So that in the reverse manner, if you increase opposing force by an infinitesimal amount, then the opposing force, if it becomes infinitesimally greater than the driving force, then the compression of the gas takes place. And if in this manner, you can watch here, if you reduce the pressure externally, that means if the opposing force, if it becomes infinitesimally smaller than the pressure P acting on the gas, so P external, it becomes smaller than the P pressure acting on the gas, or you can say that the driving force becomes infinitesimally greater than the opposing force, and then the expansion of the gas takes place. The change is so infinitesimal, that is, pressure is reduced by an infinitesimal amount, pressure is increased by an infinitesimal amount. So this process, it becomes reversible, and therefore I have written here, opposing force P external must be infinitesimally smaller than the driving force P for the work done to be maximum, and this is required for the process to be reversible. So in this case, reversible work is performed by the system. For this, watch here on the blackboard, I will explain you. So if the opposing force is 0, no work is done. We have already seen this. When opposing force reaches to its maximum, system performs maximum work. If the pressure P of the gas differ from P external by delta P, then P minus P external is equal to delta P. P minus P external is equal to delta P. Therefore, you can write here P external is equal to P minus delta P. Okay. Now W is equal to minus P minus delta P into delta V. The work W would be maximum when delta P is very small. This means the opposing force P external must be infinitesimally smaller than the driving force P for the work to be maximum. This is required for the process to be reversible. Okay. At the top of the blackboard I have written here equation, W is equal to minus P external delta V. This is for isothermal irreversible process. It shows the amount of work done by a system. It is governed by the opposing force. Larger the opposing force, more work is done by the system to overcome it. Now we have to derive this equation. So consider here, n moles of ideal gas are enclosed in the cylinder fitted with frictionless movable piston. This is the frictionless movable piston. Now the gas expands isothermally and reversibly from initial volume. This is initial volume V1. This is the initial volume V1 of the gas. So gas expands isothermally and reversibly from initial volume V1 to final volume V2. So in this case volume is V2. In this case volume, you can consider here V1 is the initial volume and this is the final volume V2, and these are the intermediate changes in the volume. So initial to final volume V2 at constant temperature T. In these slight changes, the pressure is reduced by an infinitesimal amount, so that there is a small change in volume, and therefore see here, this was the initial volume of the gas V1 and now this is the final volume V2 of the gas. Expansion of gas takes place in number of steps, 1, 2, 3, 4. The expansion of the gas takes place in number of steps. Now P external is greater than P. That means this is the external pressure P acting on the piston. If it becomes greater than P, then the piston will move in the downward direction and we say that compression of the gas takes place. If P external is less than P, if weight is removed, how can you reduce the pressure? Some weight is kept on the piston. If you reduce the weight from the piston, then the surrounding P external pressure P external surrounding the piston, if it becomes less than P, P is the pressure acting on the gas, then what will happen? Pressure is reduced and therefore pressure P is reduced and therefore piston moves in the downward direction. Piston moves in the upward direction. So P external is less than P, expansion of the gas takes place and the work is done by the system. Work is done by the system. These are the two cases. See here, if P external is greater than P, opposing pressure is greater than driving force, opposing force is greater than driving force, compression occurs and we say that work is done by the surrounding on the system. In the other case, if pressure is reduced, then the driving force becomes infinitesimally greater than the opposing force. That means P external is less than P and we say that expansion of gas takes place, piston moves in the upward direction and work is done by the system. Now at each step, P external is made infinitesimally smaller by removing some weight from the piston, so that the pressure of gas it becomes infinitesimally greater than the P external. At each step, P external is made infinitesimally smaller than the pressure of the gas by removing mass from the piston. If you remove the mass from the piston, then the pressure on the P external, pressure on the piston, it becomes slightly less than the pressure acting on the gas and piston moves in the upward direction gradually. So gas expands slowly and therefore pressure decreases externally and expansion continues. This expansion of the gas continues till P external it becomes equal to P. P external it becomes equal to P. Now volume of the gas increases by delta V in each step. When there is expansion of the gas, certain distance is travelled by gas molecules and the volume of the gas increases by delta V means a very small change. D represents a very small change. Increases by delta V in each step, then small work done is given by dW is equal to minus P external into delta V. This is the dW represents the small work done in each step. In every step, the small work done performed by the system is given by dW is equal to minus P external into delta V. Now pressure is greater by a very small quantity delta P than the P external, and therefore pressure is greater by a very small quantity delta P than the P external. Therefore you can write in this way that the pressure acting on the gas minus pressure acting on the gas minus P external is equal to delta P, or you can write P external is equal to pressure P minus dP. This is the pressure acting on the piston. This is the P pressure acting on the gas, and if you remove the weight from the piston, the pressure acting on the gas, it becomes infinitesimally less, and therefore P external it becomes P minus, this is the reduced pressure delta P. So by substituting this value of equation 2 in the one, you can write here dW is equal to minus P external. So in place of P external you can write P minus dP into dV. So I have written here dV. So solving the bracket, dW is equal to minus P into dV. See here, minus minus plus P into delta V, delta dP into delta V. See here, minus P into delta V written here, minus minus plus. So delta P into delta V becomes delta P into delta V. This is the small change in pressure which is reduced, and this is the small change in volume which has been increased, and these two changes are very small that they can be neglected, and so you can write here dW is equal to minus P into delta V. Now this is the small work done performed in every step, and to sum up all the work done in all these steps, we have to integrate this equation between the limits of initial and final state. So we will write here the integration of dW in the between the limits of initial states and final states is equal to integration of minus P delta V between the limits of initial volume V1 and final volume V2. So integration of these small work done in every step, it will give the maximum work. So here written W max. W max is equal to integration of P into delta V between the limits of volume V1 and V2. See here, we know the ideal gas equation PV is equal to nRT. Rearrange this equation, you will get P is equal to nRT upon V. So substitute this value in this equation, you will get W max is equal to minus integration of the value of P is nRT upon V into dV. So substituting this value P in this equation, I have written this equation. Now this is the equation that W max is equal to. From this we have to come here, W max is equal to, this is minus, since nRT is constant, N is number of moles, R is the gas constant, T is the process is carried out at constant temperature. These are the constant and cannot be integrated. So minus nRT is equal to, minus nRT integration of delta V upon V between the limits of V1 and V2. Now according to the rule, integration of dx upon x is equal to, this is ln means natural log of x. I have written here, you can see natural log of x. So by this rule we have done the integration, is equal to minus nRT. So here natural log of volume between the limits of v1 and v2. So by solving this you can write here W max is equal to minus nRT, natural log of v2 minus natural log of v1. So is equal to minus nRT ln v2 upon v1. ln v2 minus ln v1 becomes ln v2 upon v1. So at constant temperature P1 v1 is equal to P2 v2. This is according to Boyle's law. Therefore v2 upon v1 is equal to p1 upon p2. So substituting the value of v2 upon v1 in this equation, you can write here W max is equal to nRT ln means log base e, and so I have written here 2.303 nRT. So in place of ln I have taken here log base 10 and v2 upon v1. So by substituting the value of v2 upon v1, this expression becomes W max is equal to minus 2.303 nRT log base 10 p1 upon p2. You can watch this on the blackboard. Okay students, so I will stop.